Good morning, Philippines. Good morning, Surigao. Good morning, SEI College, Surigao.
Live here at RBVU, support and base of the people. This is Balita Broadcasting Center 105.9.
We care, we serve. We give the breaking news for today.
At the head of the breaking news.
Teenage pregnancy among Filipinos aged 15 to 19 years old declined from 8.6% in 2017 to 5.4% in 2022.
Pride and Prejudice. Lies hounds the Philippines Clear Anti-Discrimination Bill.
A long-drawn battle for the enforcement of law for Filipinos with rare disease.
Acceptance rate of LGBTQIA+ in the Philippines.
The Philippine government implementation of various programs to address the issue of lack of education.
National Commission for Culture and Arts, or NCCA, supporting Filipino artists who make significant contribution to the development and promotion of Philippines art and culture.
The waste problem in Surigao City, specifically in the areas near the water. Teenage pregnancy among Filipinos aged 15 to 19 years old declined from 8.6% in 2017 to 5.4% in 2022. We will have the report from Ms. Marizil Carlin Galanita.
Teenage pregnancy among Filipinos aged 15 to 19 years old declined from 8.6% in 2017 to 5.4% in 2022. Of those who became pregnant, 13.3% were 19 years old, 5.9% were 18 years old, 5.6% were 17 years old, and only 1.7% and 1.4% were aged 16 and 15 respectively. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority, 0.4% of those who were pregnant suffered pregnancy loss. Meanwhile, it showed that teenage pregnancy was higher in rural areas at 6.1% compared to 4.8% in urban areas. Northern Mindanao recorded the highest percentage at 10.9%, followed by the Davao region at 8.2%, Central Luzon at 8%, and Caraga at 7.7%. The Ilocos and Bicol regions recorded the lowest at 2.4%. According to PSA, the percentage of teenage pregnancy also decreases with increasing wealth quantile. Moreover, according to the United Nations Population Fund, the Philippines is losing 33 billion pesos in potential yearly income due to the problems brought on by teenage pregnancy. I'm Marizil Carlin Galanida reporting.
Thank you, Carlene. Pride and Prejudice lies hounds the Philippines Clear Anti-Discrimination Bill. For more details, we have Ms. Kimberly Joy Maiso for the report.
The Social Equality Bill, which seeks to prevent discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity, or expression, was filed in 2000 and has been stuck in the Senate for 17 years. It faces stiff opposition from religious groups and conservative politicians, and LGBTQIA+ activists are challenged to find creative ways to reclaim the narrative from the mud of lies laced with the hate online. Don Kevin Apal aims to apply data forensics to investigate this information around the globe, both in the real world and online. The investigation will explore how virtual discourse, media coverage, and disinformation networks shape real-world events and influence the bill's fate. This is Kimberly J. Maiso from Una Balita reporting.
Thank you, Kimberly. Now, a long-drawn battle for the enforcement of law for Filipinos with rare disease. To report by Ms. Natalia Leorado.
The Universal Healthcare Watch Philippines co-convenor Alvin Manalasan has renewed the clamor for the government to take reins in enforcing the Rare Disease Act and organizing initiative to help persons living with rare disease. He pointed out that the Philippines Congress only allocated funds to implement the laws in 2022 and slashed its budget from 104.9 million to 28.809 million pesos in 2023. The UHC Watch, together with the Philippine Society of Orphan Disorder and the state-based ADR Institute, would hold a dialogue with stakeholders on Tuesday, March 2021 to discuss the details on how the law is being implemented, how the initial budget was used, and how implementers aim to make do with the augment this year's budget. The groups will also call for an adequate fundings and implementation efforts to the Integrated Rare Disease Management Program, a strategic plan 2022 to 2026, intended to be the first nationally coordinated effort to address the rare disease in the Philippines. At least 65,000 Filipinos are diagnosed with rare disease, according to the IRDMP. The stack of challenge, including the high cost and inaccessibility of medicine, confronts ELWRD. This is Natalia Lorado, RBVU Una Balita.
Thank you very much, Ms. Natalia. For the next report, acceptance rate of LGBTQIA+ in the Philippines. Let's hear a report from Mr. John Kelvin Buasa.
A new Pew Research report revealed that around 73% of Filipinos think that homosexuality should be accepted by society. And also people who said that they don't accept homosexuality was paged at 24%. There is a lot of reasons why people don't accept LGBTQ in the Philippines, but they still respect each other. LGBT rights advocates believe the strategy to ban SOGI discrimination could offset the local level absence of the legislation at the national level. The Philippine City of Mandaluyong and other cities of the Philippines has approved an ordinance to protect the right of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people from discrimination, the latest in the slew of the local laws passed across the country. But those local laws are called challenge to the Philippine government to take the initiative to pass national anti-LGBT discrimination legislation to ensure that all Filipinos enjoy the right guaranteed them under the country constitution and international human rights law.
Thank you, Mr. Buasa. Up next, the Philippine government implementation of various programs to address the issue of lack of education.
We will be right back after a short commercial.
Hey, I heard the news that the government's planned phase out of traditional jeepneys will not be implemented.
Yes, that is true. And the reason why they are phasing out the jeepney is that the government wants the iconic rides of the road to be replaced by more expensive minibuses under a government modernization program.
Well, currently, jeepneys are one of the most popular modes of transportation among the Filipinos. They are not only cheap, but they also cover a wide area and can provide service to people who are waiting for a ride. However, due to the crisis of traffic and air pollution, authorities see the importance of change.
What a disappointing fact that fewer jeepney drivers receive financial assistance from the government. No wonder they resorted to begging on the streets so their families can buy food.
That was so sad, and also I heard that Grace Poe said yesterday, Poe, who chairs the Senate Committee on Public Services, said commuters lack transportation and phasing out all jeepneys would only add up to the burden of the riding public.
Jeepneys should be allowed on the road as long as they are roadworthy, not smoke bleachers, and comply with a safety and healthy protocol.
Despite some negative reactions, the authorities continue to plan for the implementation of the jeepney phase out. For now, we need to have proper communication and coordination to improve our transportation and the state of our environment.
Filipino Kagawaran ng Transportasyon, a friendly reminder from the Department of Transportation and DC Station.
You are back at listening on RBVU, Una Balita Broadcasting Center.
105.9. The Philippine government implementation of various programs to address the issue of lack of education. We have Mr. Robert Domo for additional information.
According to a report by the United Nations Development Program, the Philippines is still struggling to provide education to all its citizens. The report reveals that the country's education system is underfunded, which has led to lack of resources such as textbooks, classrooms, and qualified teachers. This issue particularly affects rural areas where access to education is limited, and the quality of education is significantly lower than that of urban areas. The Philippine government has implemented various programs to address the issue of lack of education, including the K-12 program, which aims to improve the quality of education and provide students with the necessary skill and knowledge to compete globally. Additionally, the government has increased funding of education and implemented policies to address teacher shortages. Non-government organizations and private institutions have also stepped up to provide educational support to marginalized communities. However, more efforts are still needed to ensure that every Filipino has access to quality education. This is Robert Kent Didomo for Una Balita reporting.
Thank you, Mr. Robert. National Commission for Culture and Arts, supporting Filipino artists to make significant contribution to the development and promotion of the Philippine arts and culture. For the next report, we have Mr. Ijuboy Ali Bokbok.
National Commission for Culture and the Arts or NCCA are able to support Filipino artists who make significant contributions to the development and promotion of Philippine arts and culture. As President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos said that he needs us to do and to emphasize the importance of investing in the arts industry to boost the country's economic growth and improve the lives of Filipinos. Then, create insights that open doors for innovation and productivity, and as it should for conservation. The citizens from the other countries are expecting for us and wait for what the Filipino shows what they've got. The talent of the Filipino people are most inspiring, promising in the world and both preserve and advance. This is Ijiboy Alibokbok reporting.
The waste problem in Surigao City, specifically in the areas near the water. Our reporter on the ground has been investigating this issue, and she joins us now with the latest details. Over to you, Marjorie Galgo.
Thank you, Jerome. For the past few weeks, I have been visiting different coastal areas in Surigao City, and what I have seen is alarming. The trash situation in these areas is getting worse, and it's putting our ocean and marine life at risk. The impact is significant. The waste in these areas is not only an eyesore but also a threat to marine life. Fish, turtles, and other sea creatures mistake plastic for food, and ingesting it can cause them to become ill or even die. There are several initiatives that have been put in place to address the waste problem in Surigao City. For instance, some barangays have started to implement proper waste management practices, such as segregating trash, composting organic waste, and recycling. There are also communities clean-up drives and educational campaigns to raise awareness about the importance of proper waste disposal. However, despite these efforts, the waste problem persists and more needs to be done. This is Marjorie Gargo reporting.
Thank you, Marjorie, for that insightful report. We hope that the local government and community members take action to address this waste problem and protect Surigao City's beautiful coastline. And those are the breaking news for today's broadcast.
For more information and reports, please visit our social media platforms.
Until we meet again, I am your anchor, John Lloyd B. Dumanakal.
And I am Jerome Bate.
This is RBVU, Una Balita Broadcasting Center 105.9.